I think like the thing that we would be challenged the most in is like the realization that like our money's not our own and that it's been a gift from God, and how we steward it matters. And so I feel like there's a lot of different avenues of how we're still trying to work in that, but it's been really cool to see like that realization, like what we have is not ours, it's the Lord's. How can we make a difference for his kingdom with the blessings that we have? And with that, goes into how we raise our kids, retirement, everything.
In the All In initiative, I think he's just maybe revealed like a conviction of a sense of control for me. I feel like there's just like a lot of unpredictability. It feels sometimes when it comes to finances, and I think the Lord just asking me, be obedient today, and this is what I'm calling you to today, and you don't need to worry about 5 or 10 years from now, but what does that look like, to be generous right now with our time and with our finances, and what is he calling us to? And ultimately that's for my good and for his glory, and that's the whole point.
Like at the beginning of this All In initiative, it was just between Hailey and I. And I said, okay, this is kind of what we were thinking. And Hailey was really good. She's a lot better at math than I am. And so, we figure out what we need to give. And but then it was kind of like a closed box until we went to like GC. And then until we were in community with the church. And it was so cool to have like people of our age going through the same thing, asking the same questions. And so it kind of expanded from just like Hailey and I to our GC and a couple of people in the GC of like, how does this actually work? Like, how are we actually stewarding our money? And kind of got close with a couple of guys, and that accountability that Hailey was talking about was really cool to see, like, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what we're giving, and to get like more granular with this All-In initiative. It was cool to have like guys running in the same direction, like the goal just to like glorify God, and that including the finance aspect of it. And so that was like really powerful to hear it from the pulpit, but then to live it in community with people at Redeemer has just been pretty great.
The GC aspect has definitely been really impactful, but I think even outside of that, in the whole of the church, like seeing college students who are working super hard and they're studying and their time is precious and they're still like being obedient in that call, I think is so encouraging. Just people who are younger, starting sooner, and like that is encouragement to me as well.
We're going through this All-In initiative, and a lot of us were just going in and talking about like generalities of how to be all in for the kingdom. And then one guy who I love, he was just like, so like, what does this actually look like for you? Like, what does it look like in your budget? And like to get like granular with it, like the details. And I had already built some trust with the guys, and so we decided to kind of just go deeper in that. And so it's been really cool. We're still growing in it and learning a ton, but just like that trust that was built initially, meeting every week, getting to know his heart, getting to know all the guys' hearts, and then taking that next step of being like, what does this actually look like to go on with like community, and keep each other accountable, and making sure that we're truly taking care of the gifts God's given us.